NetFitters, it is Sarah Wall here and I am pumped to get into our simmer challenge, and we've got our next 6 weeks where we're going to spend time doing LIIT. Now what LIIT is, it is low impact interval training. So over my elite netball journey, I've actually suffered 2 ACL knee reconstructions and then a clean out of my knee. And I've always sat on the sidelines looking in and thinking, how can I find a way to train even when I'm injured? Or how is it possible to still work on strengthening your body when you are taken away from everyday training? So we're going to spend so much time together over the next 6 weeks enjoying this style of training. So what I'll get you guys to do today is make sure you got your drink bottle, you've got a nice safe space where you can work out with, you don't need any equipment, and it is a knee-friendly exercise routine. So there's no squats or no lunges. Now before you start, I really want you to check in with physios or any health advisors to make sure that this workout is right for you. Every knee is different, every ankle, every body, every injury comeback is so different. So don't model yours off anyone else. Take your time to invest into your physio to make sure that they know that your body is ready for this exercise. All right, 15 minutes of simmering together. We have 30 seconds with each exercise and it is going to be a glute burn. All right, let's get into it. What I'd love you to do is find yourself a space which is, you can either hold onto a chair or you can use your arms, and we're going to use single leg and then alternate throughout. We're going to get started in 5 seconds. Get yourself nice and balanced, your toes spread into your socks or your shoes, and we are going to go for it with a toe tap to a leg raise. So you're wanting to try and keep your leg as straight as possible, and you'll notice your posture is going to be shoulders down and tummy nice and tight, and keeping yourself as balanced as possible. Now I'm choosing today to go without shoes, and the reason is I really want to work on my proprioception, so just making sure my balance is getting a workout as well as my glutes. Fantastic, great work. Coming in, you've got your knee close to your other knee. We're working out and back in. Here we go. Great job, NetFitters. We're going to keep that quad switched on. So what I actually focus sometimes is drawing my attention to your VMO. Now that is the muscle just above your knee. Coming back from 2 ACLs, that was where I spent most of my focus, making sure that my quads were strong enough to take the load off my knee. Great work, well done. Okay, we're gonna come back up and back down and lower. We're just gonna do little pulses, so you can remind me at home as well to make sure I'm nice and square. All right, so my toe is going up and down. Fantastic, just little pulses. You'll be feeling your glutes really firing up now because it is taking all the load. Great job. 6, 5, well done, keep it up, nice and strong. And coming back up, toe touches the mat, but it's just a lift up and down. Here we go. Great job. So right now, your quads should be really switching on. If you want to do the advanced, you don't even touch the mat. Keep your knee as high as you can and down. So even if you are doing the high, the hit with Tay, this is still a really great session that is probably the smaller muscle groups. Great. And then we're going to swap over. Okay, so tilting over, and we've got our leg raises all the way up. Got to remind you to have a straight leg. Good job, everybody. Excellent. So even as I said, if you are doing the high intensity interval training, you can throw this in as well. So when you start to get a little bit wobbly, you make sure that your toes are spread in your socks. Don't forget it. Good job. And bringing your knee in. Okay, we're going to move out, adductors, and coming in. For anyone that's just starting back with all of your programming, we're getting ready for a big 2021 on court. You might start by holding on to something. So it doesn't matter if you're starting out, but you'll start to feel a consistent glute burn here, which is all about localizing that movement into your glutes. Great job. And moving straight up into our leg pulses. All right, so you're taking that load through your glutes, so important, and you're keeping your back nice and flat, and you're keeping your shoulders down. Great work, guys. Can't believe we have started a new challenge together. The word simmer comes from just below boiling point, so we're about to come into something pretty big by the end of the year. Keep it there and transition up. Beautiful. So remember this one, you can use the floor for balance or really test yourself not to touch the floor. Beautiful. Keep it up. Great work. 15 minutes, no rest. But this is where you'll start to feel this really fiery now. So keeping those toes nice and spread in your socks or your shoes. Keep it up. Great job, guys. Well done. And moving across, shoulder width apart. We're going to keep our arms up. We're lowering down and up. These are our good mornings. Fantastic. So keep those shoulders down, moving up. And the reason I created this workout is because I don't want anyone to miss out on training. I don't want anyone to miss out on NETFIT. So we've got to make sure that we're putting all of our effort in every day to doing something, just to move in some way. Great work. Keep the arms up. We're going up to calf raises. Great work, everybody. One of the things when I did do my knee, I realized that there was something really missing when I couldn't go to netball, and that for me was about really planning and consistency with what I was doing. So why I really recommend this LIIT workout, if you feel like you can't play or you're going through an injury, maybe this is a great one for you. A big tip for me was making sure that I always had something to look forward to each day. All right, we're going into our glute raises. Beautiful. Keeping your hips nice and high and then lowering down. I haven't really talked much about breathing today, but breathing is so important. And it's not until that we get short of breath that we realize the importance of breathing. So if we can manage it from the very start of our workout, even in our match play, it actually makes a huge amount of difference. All right, we're gonna make a V shape with our legs, and the same movement is up and down. Now at the Giants, we actually had a little workout before we started a gym routine, and it was called resilience workout. So I feel like that's what our body's going through today. We're going through that feeling of fatigue, that feeling of being in the moment, that feeling of not giving up and just hanging in there and feeling the burn and continuing through it anyway. All right, back to our hip raises. We've got our toe to the sky and we're going low and high. Great work. This is really where we integrate that real single focus, but we're keeping our hips as high as we can and down. Good job, guys. Well done. And that's a straight leg instead of bent, and we just keep working through it at your own pace. Great work, everybody. Well done. Keep that hip nice and high, and we're changing legs. Here we go. Yes, guys. Well done. I'm starting to really feel the burn. With these socks as well, if anyone's a bit like me, it's a bit slippery, so that adds a whole nother element to it. Stay controlled. When I get distracted, I start to go really wobbly. So make sure you're still smiling, you're still having fun, but you're really working out what it actually is you're targeting. Beautiful. Keep those hips high. Back to our first leg. All we're just going to do now is little pulses. Excellent. So making sure if you can't feel your breathing into the bottom of your belly, you can pop your hands on your tummy. Sometimes that really helps to feel the breath getting down nice and low. So these little pulses are going to help control our hip flexors and activate our glutes all at the one time. So hang in there, keep the hips high. I had to remind myself then. Here we go, NetFitters, and swap. Great job. And I hope you're enjoying the tunes. You guys can tune into our NetFit Spotify playlist. I think it really motivates me to train when I know I've got good music. Great work. Well done. We're nearly there. Keep breathing. We're probably over halfway, so keep it up. Really. Keep going. Well done. Keep those hips nice and high and that glute really activated. Great job. Well done. Hips are nice and high. It's just mini pulses now. So keep those arms nice and low. You can hold it straight, but what I want you to do is flex and release. Flex, so that's what that pulse is. Good work. Keep it nice and high. Well done. Excellent work. Breathe in, don't forget it. And you'll be really starting to feel this burn that you've been wanting. Great work. Keep going. Squeezing, pulsing. And now what we're going to do is alternate our legs each time. So straight, and just keep working into a flat, straight leg bend. This is a really great challenge. I think you can revisit this workout anytime that you want to give your knees a bit of a rest. And for me, even though I had those ACLs, I always managed my knee injuries. And anyone in netball that's had a bit of a knee injury as well will know they'll be a bit the same. And it's just a part of it. So with this one now, we're just holding it up, holding your hips up, and you're pointing your toe. Little taps. And what this is doing, it's really starting to fire up your glutes. So you're squeezing your glutes, don't forget. If you're feeling some tightness in your lower back, that's because your glutes aren't gripped on enough. So keep those. So you just little taps with your toes. So a big thing about, as you get through your netball is you've got to manage your injuries and swap legs. One thing I did, I had at a very young age, I did my knee at 14. So I started to learn about injury management at a young age, which in the end has been able to keep my body to this day in great shape that I don't have to miss out on training because I did learn to manage myself really, really well. Keep breathing. Well done. Little taps. Keep your hips high. Well done. Great work. And so flipping over, we're going into scissors. Hand under your head here, and then one hand here for support. Sorry, that leg should have been straight. So straight into scissors with a pointed toe. And that's important for the next exercise. So what else? When I get asked advice for managing injuries, it doesn't matter if it's a knee or ankle, I actually took a little esky with ice in it around to all of my netball games. And because sometimes you get to courts or stadiums and then this is a flat leg. So flat toe, same thing. And I felt I would never rely on a club or anyone to manage my injuries, or I didn't worry about a coach doing it. I took total ownership of my injury myself. And I think that's a really important message for all of you guys learning a new way of netball training, because at the end of the day, no one looks after you like you can look after yourself. Keep going. All right, so keep your leg low. We're bending in and pointing back out. Nearly there, guys. Hang in there with me. So throughout this LIIT journey, I'm going to be talking lots about recovering from injuries and the mindset that goes with it. Our theme this week is all about being in the now and listening to others around you, listening to your own way you speak to people. I think acknowledging your thoughts too is a really good one. And so feet together this time, bent, and we're just going to go up and down. These are called clams. Beautiful. So then we're going to go up and down. And I think it's important week one to stop and acknowledge and take a little bit of ownership of your own fitness. You've got NETFIT to really support you the whole way through. But a big part of everything I ever put my heart and soul into is I decide from the start to commit to something for a certain time. So for me, when I look at our simmer, legs are back straight and we're just going to hold. Now this is tough. This is 30 seconds of holding. So you can move your feet back and forward if you like. We're going to hold it to the very end. But when I put my mind to something, I always like to give myself a timeline. The timeline helps me think about the decision I'm making. It helps me keep motivated when I feel like maybe I'll skip a session. And it makes me think of something to look forward to. So that end day of this 6 weeks, how important it's going to be, beautiful, spin around, how important it's going to be to look back and feel proud. Whenever I've achieved anything really great in my life, I've had confidence, and confidence comes from you believing in yourself and feeling proud. So we talk a lot about knowing your strengths, feeling proud of yourself, which is going to help you. So if you're starting this today and you feel like you've done nothing for so long, and for anyone going through isolation lockdowns, pointed toe, flat toe, this might be something for you this 6 weeks. We've got to be kind to ourselves. We've got to make sure we don't put all this pressure on ourselves, It's just getting through each day together. And you know, all the NETFITers around the world are with you. So that's what's motivated me at a time where I've done my, knees, and I knew that I always had the support of whatever club and all the fans that used to watch. All right, knee in and pointed. Good. So we're nearly at the end. So maybe story time's making this really fly for me today. I feel like I'm telling you lots of stories about knee rehab, and there is more to come. Keep going, guys. And you might even feel, with coming back into playing, there might be a bit of swelling still in your knee or your ankle. And the best way to solve that is definitely ice. And so here, bending up and into our clams. So the best way, I believe, and you can really open this up as much as you possibly can, and then in and out. But the main aim is to keep your ankle bones together. Great job. Little clams, little effort to start. Great job. So when you think about even finishing your workouts, maybe after today, do you need to ice? I mean, you mightn't have injured yourself today, but is it managing the pain? Beautiful. And then the last one is holding our leg up, and we are holding this for 30 seconds. So we've got the very last one together. Breathe, simmer through it, just take it in. The burn is probably real for some of you. For some of you, you might be like, that's easy. I really challenge you to take 2 and do the whole 15 minutes again. I've loved today's workout because I feel like my body hasn't been damaged from any of the jumps or the squats or the lunges and down. And it's a nice peaceful time just to stop and regroup and feel a bit of a burn, but also know that you've looked after your body in the process. So I want to say thank you to the NETFITers that have tuned in for week 1. We are in for a fantastic 6 weeks together. It is on the way up to something really exciting in our pre-season that's coming in December, but we really want you guys to just take your time through the next 6 weeks. Regroup, have a look at all aspects of your life, and feel really proud of yourselves for even coming today and showing up to turn this video on. I hope you guys are staying really safe and well, and make sure you share anything you want on your socials. Ask us questions. On the app there's a social wall. Drop in any questions you've got or any comments, and we will answer you straight away. Stay safe and talk to you soon, or see you next week. See you guys.